And we're back with Miles Edgeworth. Ace Attorney Investigations, Prosecutor's Path, blah blah blah. Huge ass title. George.
Me.
Iffy. And
So
Lawrence, who's got a snack.
Hello.
Alright,
I mean, just being a fat ass.
let's talk to this bitch.
Alicia! Let's bring to investigate the investigation of our cat-based biscuit.
Come on, man.
Are you taking after Ray?
I'm using a biscuit, not paper.
Alright,
I mean,
close.
there's some that are as dry as paper, so yeah.
Of course. Anything for Miley and Kay, Faye? I'll listen to whatever you have to say.
I was wondering if you could stop calling me Miley.
No can do.
I will stab you. I mean, stop calling me Kayfabe.
Also no can do. Sorry, that's out of the question. I just can't change a name I've already decided on.
And I will see you in court.
You'll hear from my lawyer. Phoenix, right?
Not calling you by the correct name is not against the law.
No, it counts as defamation.
I
It
mean,
really doesn't.
now it feels like it. Even if we ask her, she won't listen to what we have to say at all.
Unfortunately, our fifis are not her responsibility. As much as we do like it.
You know anything about the decorations that are used in the museum? Specifically, the fluorescent cloths and the special device called a rainbow light device.
Yeah, see, of course I do. Because they are presents that I gave to Kate. As an apology for breaking the rules 18 years ago. I gave her 4 new rock salt lamps and the 4 fluorescent cloths I used in the contest.
Wow, sounds nice. Fluorescent cloths and rock salt lamps.
Rock salt?
Seems like only us girls can understand how wonderful they are. That's a cruel thing to say, Miss Delicious. I like them too, you know. But that was back when Ray Ray was still a cute little boy.
Back when Mr. Shields was a cute little boy. I can't even imagine it.
He was so young, he ate paper.
Quick,
I'll
and
take
then
the
I'm
same
voice
dec-
describe. Bring up the episode.
Are they the same decorations you saw 18 years ago?
Probably. The rock salt lamp, the cloth, and the rainbow light device, they all seem the same.
All fluorescent cloths were used in the Autumn Palace, but I have the feeling I saw one more of them at the same cloth.
It's true, look. I've got proof here right in the bag.
What is she searching for? Chocolate. This.
Chocolate?
Chocolate.
You know, George, this is Alicia, right?
Not this either. I just didn't read the thing and I heard chocolate.
Chocolate. Chocolate. I remember seeing cloth like that recently. Let's go to Alicia and have her confirm my suspicion. Present picture. Wasn't there a dirty rag in your bag that looks similar to this?
But I'm not giving any information to someone who calls it dirty rag.
Then, would it be better if I called it a washcloth?
Yes. No, wrong again. It's a fluorescent cloth. Yeah. See, that was supposed to be a secret.
Are you upholding evidence?
Yes.
I could jail you for this.
Fucking fight me.
Please tell me all you know about this fluorescent cloth. I'd like to ask you something since you're a pharmacist. How exactly would one gain the knowledge required to set up a poison gas?
Oh, that's basic knowledge for any pharmacist acquainted with Megatoxin X. It even says on the warning label, danger do not mix with normalium.
Then is there another way for someone who isn't a pharmacist to obtain that information?
Hmm. Well, it might be possible if they've seen the angel's recipe.
The recipe was the prime prize of the contest 18 years ago.
It also contains the recipe to prepare Megatoxin-X.
Does this mean that you've also seen the contents of the angel's recipe?
Yeah, see? That's a given, of course. The pharmaceutical company I work for is the Master Group.
There it is.
It's the company that makes the Cold X medicine. Cold Killer X medicine.
Cold Killer X. The cold medicine that promises to kill colds good.
After Jeffy got declared guilty, the company took back the recipe book.
Oof.
However, only a small group of elite pharmacists have been able to see it though.
So this one is also part of that small group of elite pharmacists.
And is apparently immortal.
But we don't know her age. Please tell me the reason why you hid this cloth.
Well, supposedly, she considers herself. She considered everyone besides Von Karma a young boy. Back 18 years ago. Now she's 18 years older. Like, what the fuck, man?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, I guess I have no choice since the cat's out of the bag. Found this cloth floating in the fountain. Right after that, I was called to the Autumn Palace.
So that's the moment Larry captured on his so-called sketch of beauties.
At first I thought one of the fluorescent cloths I'd given Katie had washed away.
But didn't you only give the four fluorescent cloths as a present to this museum?
Four fluorescent cloths covering the sculptures in the Autumn Palace, right? So that's when I realised that this was the cloth that went missing 18 years ago. Poison gas broke out because someone stolen my Megatoxin X. So I thought the fluorescent cloth had also been used for the crime. It's a phrase I'll be suspected, so I didn't say anything about it to anyone.
I see.
But I sure feel a lot better after talking about it. Stress isn't good enough for your figure after all.
Alright.
18 years ago, the cloth that was wrapped around the body went missing. Who would have thought it would turn up in the fountain along with the body?
Now... Dr. Ray Ray.
Isles, how's the investigation going?
It. Well, with my little, I'm beginning to see the entire truth behind this case.
Oh, that's good to hear. Uncle Ray had better not have fallen behind either.
About the two cases. This case seems to have a lot in common with the case 18 years ago.
I agree. The melted ice in the Winter Palace and the body of the victim from 18 years ago.
If
Wait a minute, sir. I wonder why nobody ever noticed the body was missing after all this time. Because no one cared. Yuck, 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 yuck.
The only family Mr. Dover had was a young man. Was a young son. His son and Mr. Gustavia's son, who attended the same elementary school. After the case, they both went missing.
What? They haven't been found yet?
I haven't heard of any news about Gustavia's son being found. As for Mr. Dover's son, he was found and his inheritance was delivered to him. And because of that, Mr. Dover had never had a proper funeral. That way they were able to make it look like the body had been in police custody. The autopsy report will also been forged, and nobody but the defense ever found out.
And no one will ever know. On karma. You would go that far?
Hmm.
No, you'd go farther.
Well,
Much like how he killed your father. Mr. Shields, could you tell me what kind of person Miss Paul is?
What kind of hall is your person?
Miles, don't tell me. You're also interested in Katie?
No.
Well, all joking aside, all Uncle Ray can say is, the Katie I know is a truly admirable woman. For 18 years, she has always wanted to remain here and wait for Master's return.
I'm pretty sure Miss Catherine Hall is like way older than Edward.
However, she was driven out of the mansion by Master's relatives.
I think she's like 10 years older, 12 years older.
who?
Catherine.
Then Edgeworth.
Yeah.
She should be 34 now.
Yeah,
Edgeworth
I think
in this
Edward was like
particular
25. I think he's
instance.
25.
He's not 25.
26?
He's 24 at the start of He's 24 at the start of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.
So he's 26 then.
And this takes place 2 or 3 years afterward, so he's like 27-ish.
26, 27. Still quite old. Anyways,
The age gap is not that relevant.
it's not that bad. I could have sworn Edward was like a lot younger back when Catherine Hall was like 18
I mean, even
or
if he
16.
was 24, it wouldn't matter.
Anyways,
What? She was driven out of the mansion? Oh no!
That's because Kate isn't related by blood to Mr. Master. No family and a job taken from her. She could only live on the song and dance that Mr. Master taught her. Oh, she's now retired as a world famous actress, though.
why did you retire?
She had already saved up enough money to buy this mansion. It seems she even got back the Angel's recipe that had been taken by the Master Group.
Wow, she just saved up money for 18 years and then just bought it all back. Just like, fuck you, I'm taking it.
It's mine now.
This mansion, where she had lived with Mr. Master, had been everything to her. She probably just wanted to take back everything that she'd lost.
Seems that Mr. Shield sympathizes with Mr. Paul. Miss, sorry. We could have also said that her actions have taken away everything Mr. Master had.
Right.
Dr. Jones, you see there is nothing that you can possess that I cannot take away. I've not seen that movie. Let's say that quote.
What?
The myth.
You said something about him moving at the mothership, but then Discord had a stroke.
The method used to set off the poison gas is explained in the Angel's recipe. And the current owner of the Angel's recipe is Miss Hall.
So that means she's
Indeed.
done it.
It means that it is possible that she knew how to set off the poison gas. With this, we expose her lies to what they are. That tea stain on the floor. And pot. Now, all that is left is to wait for the results of the teapot.
Teapot, sure.
Typical. To be continued in the next part, even though we're just gonna do it right
That
now.
entire part
Anyways,
was an investigation.
what? It isn't called Miles Edgeworth Investigations for nothing.
Yeah. Just kind of like, God fucking dang it, man.
It's literally an investigation game.
Shut up. I have a report.
Who
We have detected
cares?
traces of normalium from the teapot.
You can't be serious. It's just like Mr. Edgeworth said. Darn it. Mr. Urcher, take the title of the best for me again.
I don't think
You
he
never
ever
had
lost it.
You never had it. You can't take what
have
isn't
me kill
yours.
this a year and a half.
Mr. The Best, it seems like you have an obsession about being the... No! Really? Ugh. But when you're on a case, winning or losing is of no importance.
What are you saying? Obviously, it's the best to be the best at everything, dickweed.
If you can't understand that, then you have no business being a prosecutor. Courtney, stop baby coddling him.
Please stop harassing Sebastian. Sebastian, a person of your caliber has no need to listen to such things.
Look, the only caliber this man has... I was trying to think about make a gun joke, but I don't know that many guns.
Christine, yeah, you're right. Fuck him.
Please leave this to me. Why don't you go check on the victim's condition?
Yes, Mom. It's a great idea. I'll be right back.
Alright, I'll be waiting.
Judge Courtney is much more troublesome than Mr. The Best, and she's also a fart.
Well then. Miss Curator, can you tell us why normalium was discovered in the teapot? I was not aware that it contained such a chemical. I suppose it may have been an ingredient from the detergent I had used.
Why
So
are you
you're
putting detergent in your tea?
Detergent to wash the teapot. Mate,
Yes.
do you not clean your dishes with washing detergent?
I don't know, I just use washing up liquid.
Is that not detergent?
I don't know, is it?
Oh god.
I don't know much about detergents, I just know detergents is for like washing clothes and
Detergent
stuff.
is usually a word used for products that are liquid-based that would clean an object. In this case, clothes and/or cups.
Does that mean soaps? Does that mean soaps detergent?
You use that to clean yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you technically you are a thing that gets cleaned by a liquid.
I mean, it depends if you're using liquid soap or bar soap. Anyways, yes, you use.
It has to be in a liquid form. So it can't
Yeah,
be
soap's in a
solid
liquid form. It can be in a liquid form.
Yes, so that would be a detergent. Okay. So you're saying
There
that you
is
did not
stupid.
put it in deliberately? No, of course not. There is no way for me to have known how to create the poison gas.
Au contraire, mon frere. Despite being a former actress, it seems you're very good at acting.
You're not very good at acting.
He knows what he said, and he didn't even say not, so he just says it appears you're very good at acting.
You're not very good at acting, I don't know.
What do you mean?
But it works either way. The agent recipe is in your possession. And the method to create the poison gas is contained inside that recipe book. So you must have known how to create it.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
surprised you knew about that. Miss Curator, is this true? It's true that information about the poison gas is contained in one of the recipes. However, just because I saw it does not mean that I was responsible for the crime. Could you tell me what set off the poison gas? It
Your
was caused
face.
by the victim heating the lid of the glass with the case with a burner. I see. If he locked himself in that room of his own will and then set off the poison gas, wouldn't that suggest suicide? I'm sorry.
Just say
You
that on
wanna-
YouTube.
You want to run that by me again? You
Yeah, I guess
think
the philosophy.
he wanted to commit suicide by taking a burner, burning the roof of a lid to get the lid off, and then attempting to take his own life that way? My guy could have just jumped in the fucking fountain.
Rob, this girl ate drama, not chemistry.
Oh my god.
So she tended the night until the bitter end.
It's not even chemistry, it's just basic human, like, logic.
Rob, we're not playing Master Investigation 1. The gun came from bullet, therefore gun fired bullet.
Furthermore, I wouldn't have been able to obtain a chemical like Megatoxin X.
That may be true, but you could have stolen it from someone else.
That reminds me. I met up with Katie a week ago, and that night was when I realised my Megatoxin X was gone. So how the fuck did she pick that back up?
Used a foot.
Just kicked it back.
That's impressive.
Darth scones.
Katie, you couldn't have.
Madame Delicia always carried her medicine bag around with her. Anyone could have stolen it.
That's
So
right.
you-
Don't you have any proof that she was the one who stole it?
Okay, you can tell us what you're hiding. I know you're not the kind of person who would hurt someone without a reason.
Monsieur Seals, you doubt me as well?
100%.
100%.
Setting a trap on the one, setting a trap on one of the gallery's exhibits and then disguising the rooms. I just think it would have been impossible for anyone but the curator.
Who's the victim
That's
of
not
this?
true. There are no guards or security cameras at this gallery. If any ill-intentioned person wanted to sneak into the gallery,
That's
it
not a
would have
good
been
thing to
easy
say.
task for them. I feel like you haven't secured your mention very well
You,
then.
you just make... Okay.
Then isn't it like an all-you-can-steal buffet up in this bitch? You have to be careful. You never know when a great thief could appear.
And she can do a great shut up. It doesn't sound like a joke, but case, does it?
Actually, Monsieur Gustavia apparently entered the gallery before it opened.
Who's Gustavia?
It's the old.
He's
It's the very
samurai chef.
the samurai chef.
He's the victim of the poison, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's the victim of the poison. He was the old coot.
Okay,
What?
so she probably did it to get revenge because she thinks his fault and Masters of them jail.
I like how George took offense for him. He was like, "Hey, yo, what?"
Yo.
Well, that beat. Looks like Uncle Red can't do anything to break down Kate's iron guard. This might be a good time to use your technique your old man told me.
The technique my father taught you.
Yes, the technique.
Must
He
now
just like
recharge-
went like that.
Malphite ults. I must now recharge my special technique.
This case is deeply connected from the one 18 years ago. If we just pursue the present case, it may seem like there's a lot we don't understand. But if we try turning things around, there might be a hint in the case from the past.
You son of a bitch. You just put a phoenix right on me.
Oh yeah.
Ray Shields knows what's up.
We can get around my... Did my father... How does phoenix right in fresh him? He didn't even met any two.
To be fair,
For
it was
example.
originally Gregory that started that. So
Gregory.
Because, of course. Gregory. I need...
For, ex-
Have you heard of Among Us?
for example, just consider the relationship between the past case and Kate. You considering it?
Miss Fall melted Mr. Dover's sherbet sculptures 18 years ago. And today Mr. Dover's works are on display in this gallery. It can't be she... I see. Now I know what to ask her.
That's good to hear. In that case, Uncle Ray will just watch over you as you do your work.
You lazy ass. Miss Catherine Hall. 18 years ago, it seems that you melted Mr. Dover's sherbet sculptures.
yes, I was young and inexperienced and did something inexcusable.
However, isn't that why you were able to open the Zodiac Art Gallery?
Don't know what you mean. I don't understand either. Oh my god, can I stop getting encoding overloads?
Courtney, let me put this in simple terms that you can understand. She sucks.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, do you seek her testimony?
Yes, I would like her to tell me about the Zodiac Art Gallery. I would like to know the reason you decided to open a gallery for Mr. Dover's artwork.
If you insist that this is related to the case at hand, I will allow it. Miss Curator, your testimony, if you please. Very well, if that will clear your suspicions about me. Now then, please testify about the Zodiac Art Gallery.
Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum.
18 years after Monsieur Master was arrested, I was finally able to buy back this mansion. Then in order to maintain it, I decided to manage it as an art gallery. I collected Pierre Hoquet's works from all over the world. After all, it was my dream to open the Zodiac Art Gallery. It's wonderful that your dream has come true. What do you think, Prosecutor Edgeworth? I don't believe there was anything strange about her testimony.
There was nothing strange if you ignore the fact that she vented. Consequently,
bitch, she's still sus.
I believe in the courtroom it is standard to cross-examine the witness. Wouldn't you agree it's a little too early to say that there are no contradictions?
You speak like a defense attorney. Very well. Proceed, as you please.
Cross-examination is usually a prosecution thing.
Crosses anything, really.
Really. Yeah, you know what else cross is? It's me getting cross at Courtney.
Oh, this is relevant. I collected Pierre Hoquet's works from all over the world. This could be interesting.
Pierre Hoquet. That name has Ho in it. That's Mr. Dover's alias, correct?
Yes, it's the name he used when he worked as a sculptor in France.
This bitch is a hoe.
He was a hoe in France? Oh shit, no. It's like some demon.
I'm back, bitches!
Jesus Christ.
About collecting his works. How did you prepare the Taurus and Gemini sculptures? I heard that Mr. Mofer passed away before he completed those two sculptures.
I had the sculptures in the Winter Palace specially made based on the photos I took.
Oh? Can you tell us about that in more detail?
Yes, is whatever. We got a new statement. I prepared replicas of the sculptures in the Winter Palace based on the photos I took.
Photos? Where's the photos?
It's not the fact that the thing is that they're all ice sculptures, but like, bruh, salt, sugar, and blood. That's an interesting ingredient.
And a gun.
And a gun to make it all good.
Yeah.
Fucking enemies where someone's cooking and he's like, I'll put it in my gun!
Yeah, that's what I
Did
was
you
thinking.
really think that your excuses would hold up? No matter how you lie, you can't deny the composition of the sculptures. On the analysis results, it's quite clear that the sculptures in the Winter Palace are the Sherbet sculptures Mr. Dover created.
Oi, Miley. As a pharmacist, it's my turn to shine. What we call sugar actually comes from many different varieties and tastes. Even if the sculpture were replicas, it's nearly impossible to replicate the composition.
I see. Thank you for the explanation. I don't recall asking for one.
Alright, Dick, just take it.
You did actually out. That, Miss Hall, means you couldn't have melted the Sherbet sculptures back then. You stole them and preserved them for 18 years.
Ah!
What? She preserved the sugar for 18. Gross.
If you freeze it properly, it's not impossible.
Overruled! Silence, please. Miss Curator, what do you have to say? I can't believe you've already uncovered so much. So you're admitting that you stole the Sherbet sculptures? No, I cannot admit to such a thing. There isn't any proof that I stole them after all. Also, I couldn't have stolen the sculptures 18 years ago. I don't think they would have been easy to steal without the police noticing.
Is that so? I don't know what you did 18 years ago. As such, how can I judge how difficult it would have been to steal them?
It looks like you won't give up so easily.
I don't intend on giving up until I learn the truth, Miss Hall.
I like how Edgeworth's excuse to knowing how hard they would have been to steal was, bitch, I was 9, I don't know shit.
I'm
And I
24, I'm
like
gonna
her
smack
fucking
your
defense.
ass.
Was
Like,
that
her defense is like, I like her defense is like, yeah, I probably did it, but where's your proof?
My proof is that I made it the fuck up.
I understand. Then I shall tell you what I did 18 years ago. Showdown.
Jerked off to Freya Hoquet's works.
On the day of the incident, I was waiting in the main building until the judging. During the judging at Monsieur Master's request, I went to change the film in the camera. But before I could deliver the camera to him, I discovered Monsieur Dover's body. After Monsieur Gregory arrived, I had prepared tea for everyone involved in the investigation. It was then that I witnessed Monsieur Gustavia entering Monsieur Dover's room. And that was everything I had done on that day. I don't think there is anything suspicious about my actions.
That's not your decision to make.
Mr. Edgeworth, were there any contradictions in her testimony?
For now, I should just prove that she stole the sculptures. But when could Miss Ford have stolen? I can answer
No one
that.
no.
Her crime should came to light. Bitch, shut up. We're role-playing. We got this.
Alright. On the day of the incident, I was waiting in the main building until the judging. That's so relevant.
During the
Judging
judging,
I went to change the film on the camera. Before I could deliver the camera to him, I discovered Monsieur Dover's body. After Monsieur Gregory arrived... Oh, for fuck's sake. Shut up about this encoding overload.
Oh, don't forget that he was cold.
This one? Alright, fair enough.
Maybe. I mean, do we have any evidence? Did you do so in the same manner as today?
Yes, I poured tea for everyone working on the investigation.
Now that you mention it, Uncle Ray also has got some tea for you that day. Kate was pushing her service car back and forth from the patio to the main building.
I see. Did anything seem strange to you then?
Well, I remember your old man singing praises of Ceylon tea.
That is strange. Tea is shit.
And he also said something about how the saucer was chilled.
The saucer was chilled. Yes.
Bruh.
This was when you was... Oh shit. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second.
What's happened?
I accidentally pulled up my headset, Jack.
You're great at this.
Okay, I thought he was gonna make a meme that took him like 5 minutes again.
I got my arm got caught on the remote. I think. What do you mean bleed that takes you 5 minutes?
Sometimes you say 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, and you make everyone wait while you try to set up a joke.
Well, that time I literally just accidentally pulled up my headset. Yeah.
That's fine.
This is when you sold the Sherbet sculptures.
I'm sorry, but Monsieur Shields and company were at the fountain patio the entire time. Are you saying that I stole them in broad daylight?
Well, they didn't call it daylight robbery for nothing. That's precisely what I'm saying. Daylight stealing my daylight. I wonder where she hid the body.
It's almost like this is the only thing that you could probably use.
Such pathetic. Neither my father nor Mr. Shields realized the sculpture was right in front of them. What you were pushing around was no ordinary service car. It was the sculpture itself.
Eek! Overruled! But surely that would still be impossible. If she placed the sculptures on the service cart, people would notice immediately.
Bitch, I never said she used the service cart to move the sculptures.
What do you mean? And then what did she use to move the sculptures around?
The lift, trolley. This is what Miss Hall used to transport the sculptures.
And this is...
What the fuck do you think it is, Corny? This is the lift trolley Mr. Dover used 18 years ago to move his Sherbet sculptures. You'll see the same lift trolley lies here in the fountain patio. Timmy.
That's because it was originally prepared for the contest in the first place.
Fucking love
Are
her,
you
like,
saying... You... What?
Fucking love Katie's word animation. It was like,
The dance starts as the beat gets faster and hotter.
Are you saying she used the lift trolley to move the sculptures?
Yes, Mark.
Cheers!
If the sculptures were placed on this lift trolley and then covered with a tablecloth, it'd be disguised as a service cart and moved around without everyone's suspicion.
How could that be?
No, I fuck up my lines all the time, Courtney. I don't know why you're so surprised.
So the sources were chill because they were sitting on the ice sculptures. Okay, what's the meaning of this? What were you thinking?
What were you thinking?
That was truly impressive. You certainly are Monsieur Gregory's son. After 18 years, it's hard to imagine any proof that I stole the sculptures remained. But I knew that it was only a matter of time until I was suspected. Miss Curator, does this mean you admit to stealing the sculptures? Yes, I admit it. 18 years ago, I stole the shepherd sculptures from Monsieur Dover's room. It's just as Monsieur Edward says. I disguised the lift trolley as a service cart, and I served tea as I made my way back and forth. That wasn't all. I also took the ice block with all the star clusters on it.
Ice block with a star clusters on it. That seems familiar. A giant block of ice is being displayed here, and there's a little work right next to it. It appears to be quite heavy, though the inside must be hollow.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at the palaces, a reproduction of Mr. Dover's room from 18 years ago. Because they had noted, my father never got the chance to see them. Those blocks of ice were originally from Dover's sherbet salon.
The 2 sculptures and the 2 blocks of ice, I took everything I could. And then I placed empty glass cases in Monsieur Dover's room. The sculptures were all encased in glass to preserve their fine details, but the ice blocks were being displayed as they were. As per the rules, we prepared the glass cases for Mr. Dover.
So it would have been easy for her to prepare the glass cases.
In Monsieur Dover's room, there were some sculptures that were still unfinished. I thought if I melted them, it would look like the ones I had stole had melted too. So everything you see in the Winter Palace are all original works from 18 years ago.
Damn. Bitch threw the fucking shit out the window quick. We didn't have to fucking pressure her anymore. God damn. This hoe. It didn't take much to get her to confess.
And she must know she knows it isn't enough to try her in court.
That is all I have to say. But, even though I admit to stealing the sculptures, you can't arrest me for it.
Statute of limitation?
Yep.
Hey, he nailed it.
What do you mean by that?
Heavens! You're assisting an investigation without knowing this much? Perhaps you should read this book concerning the statute of limitations. Have a pamphlet.
Read it.
Edgeworth, I'm gonna kill her.
I've been wanting to do that for the past 10 minutes. Why haven't we done it yet?
It's easy, alright? We'll push her into the fountain.
Push her to the fountain. Alright, well, let's read book. Let's read book.
Let's just read the book of books. Right. Statute of limitations. Murder 15 years, theft 7 years. If the suspect flees to or lives in a foreign country, the time limit is on hold until the suspect returns. What?
Can I just say, I like how it only mentions 2 different possible crimes.
Yeah. If possible accomplices are on trial, the countdown is stopped until the verdict is reached and then resumes. If charges are pressed to the demand compensation, the statute is frozen for the length of that procedure.
Yep.
Okay.
To put it simply, it's the time frame which a suspect can be taken to court. You can see it on this page.
As it proceeds to show the page.
It's a course, a fucking course, a cocking course.
The statute of limitations for murder is 15 years, and for theft it's 7 years.
That's
Ah.
right. And Miss Paul's theft was 18 years ago. According to the statutes, she cannot be arrested for stealing the sculptures.
That's how it is.
For those curious, the reason why this is in place is so because usually over time, evidence and memories of people tend to get muddled up.
Evidence
So-
gets destroyed and people's memories do not match up, so yeah, it becomes very hard to try the case, so there's just no point doing it.
Yeah, try to track fairly at least.
Stealing evidence from a crime scene is an unforgivable offense. However, for this crime at least, we have no right to pass judgment. It appears that Prosecutor Edgeworth's tepid reasoning has all been for naught.
Unfortunately,
Bitch.
you know how small, Connie, do you know how small brains are right now? It's the size of this peanut, except way smaller. I introduced Miss Paul's actions by simply to expose a different crime. If she only took the sculptures, we wouldn't have found the body from 18 years ago.
Are you saying that I hit Monsieur Dova's body?
That's correct.
How can someone hide a body for 18 years?
You
The same
fucking-
way someone can hide an ice sculpture for 18 years.
Yeah.
The Walt Disney theory, I knew it.
They can't they throw us Walt Disney. I would imagine it would be very difficult under normal circumstances.
So you're saying the circumstances weren't normally X, Z, V, W, X, Y, Z, like what?
No, what we're saying is, we'll see you guys next time on Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney Investigations, Prosecutor's Pal. We'll see you in a bit.
-1 minutes. We're not
So
telling
with no
you.
monsters on the field, I summon Dark Magician and attack the game.